UTRGV-TV is brought to you in part by Information Technology. For more information, visit utrgv.edu/IT.
Thank you for joining us this week. I'm Tyler Landgraf. UTRGV-TV starts now. Community Day sealed HESTEC week on Saturday. Our reporters went out on the field to bring us the details.
3, 2, 1.
For 15 years, the university has hosted a week of HESTEC. Traditionally, the week ends with an open invitation to join us at Community Day.
We believe that Community Day is a great way to build relations, not only amongst other clubs and other organizations here on campus, but with the community of Edinburgh and UTRGV as well.
Many students find this event as a helping hand to help students' organization fundraise.
It's good for us because it helps us develop skills we're going to use as pharmacists to really talk with people, really. It also helps, promoting STEM. With HESTEC, promoting STEM amongst Rio Grande Valley, the Hispanic community is also very important. So it's great for us to come out,
This event allows students, organizations, and the community to come together for food, entertainment, and games. Let's check on the other side of campus with Yara.
That's right, Eric. Aside from the music and fun, HESTEC has a lot of activities to offer concentrated on the STEM career fields. Now let's go to the engineering and check out what HESTEC has to offer for all of us this year. Many people who come to the yearly HESTEC festivities are not aware of the interesting events going on inside the engineering building. The sole purpose of this event is to promote professions in science, technology, engineering, and math subjects for everyone.
So pretty much to do community outreach, expose of course our community to do pursue a career in engineering. I know Hispanics do have the lowest rating for careers in engineering. So pretty much just giving them that opportunity to, maybe the parents are not sure of what the kids will pursue later on in the future. Engineering is definitely something that you want to consider. It does pay off. It's not just for men also, so we're also exposing it for more, pretty much increase our numbers in women in engineering.
Additionally, children of the Rio Grande Valley can explore the university's facilities and start considering pursuing degrees in the STEM career field.
I would like to work for the U.S. Air Force with the jet engines. That's why I'm pursuing a career in mechanical engineering.
Community Day also provides brief lab tours which deliver information on the victories of the university's College of Engineering and Computer Science.
We want to show the community that what goes on in their backyard is actually changing the way bearings are monitored globally. It has impact in not just in the United States, but in other countries.
During HESTEC, visitors can learn about UTRGV's student-made go-kart, student-made video games, create their own slime, and make bouncy balls. They can also discover the world of virtual reality. Come on, bro! UTRGV-TV in Edinburgh, Yara Aldape.
This week, UTRGV celebrated their 15th annual HESTEC week. Female students attended the event to hear from influential speakers such as Rosa Flores, Pat Melcalf, Sarah Martinez-Tucker, and so much more. This event helped guide young women to their success.
Well, I want women to know that anything that a man can do, a woman can do too. And I want our young women to know that there are so many opportunities for them.
The event encouraged Latinas to pursue their dreams and to believe nothing is impossible. This Thursday, an academic competition went underway in Brownsville at the Jacob Brown Building Auditorium. Middle school and high school students from all around the Rio Grande Valley came together to compete against one another in a robotics competition. Lego robots were programmed to meet engineering tasks in different categories. First place went to the overall performing school, Alton Memorial Junior High from Mission. Vaqueros had their resumes printed and their best Sunday suit on for this career expo. Students and graduates alike were given the opportunity to meet with potential future employers ranging from government positions to working in privately owned companies and schools. Medical advancements have helped hundreds of people who live with HIV. One Valley organization says that they're seeing an increase in people testing positive for the virus. Sarah Garcia tells us how you can help raise awareness.
Roughly over 2,000 people are HIV positive in the valley. The Westbrook Clinic provides help to 1,200 patients, and they believe the number of people affected are increasing.
The highest risk right now we do have is those that are between the ages of 13 to 24, which we consider our youth. So if you think about it, college age students are like 16, 17 to 24 roughly. So those are the numbers that are going higher and higher. As you know, as we're speaking right now, probably somebody's getting infected right now who's between those ages.
Due to the risks, the Health Center at UTRGV is offering free HIV testing for students. As part of the millennial generation, I wanted to make sure I was as safe as possible and decided to try it myself.
HIV testing can be a scary thing. It only takes 15 minutes to know your status.
Although HIV testing can be intimidating, UTRGV students think it's a great idea to stay on the safe side.
It's a good thing to be safe, and not everybody knows what could happen or what has happened to them. So I guess it would be a good thing.
Remember, every Thursdays there's free HIV testing. In Edinburgh, Sara Garcia, UTRGV-TV.
This week, the Counseling Center hosted National Depression Screening Day, an event where students were able to sign up for free screenings to see where they stand when it comes to depression.
I think it's really beneficial, specifically in the fall. I feel like the fall is just extremely stressful for students overall, and it sort of gives them an idea of where they are, what's going on, how is it impacting functioning, and more importantly, what can they do to resolve some of those issues that they're experiencing.
And from winning some prizes, students were able to meet the staff from the Counseling Center and know that there are people who they can talk to while in trouble. Spark Bracelets, an organization founded by Vero Igarera, serves to support those in need of mental illnesses.
Bracelets, they are handcrafted. They are unique bracelets that have a different meaning. Each bracelet carries a different mental illness so that you can spark conversations through them and raise awareness and destigmatize the conversation around mental health.
This organization holds open mic events locally and outside the state. You can find them on Facebook. Just search Spark a Conversation. Email them at sparkbracelets@gmail.com or follow them on Instagram. In the month of September, we wear gold for a special reason, to support our kids who are fighting childhood cancer. In the city of Westaco, the community is coming together to help a young warrior with his fight. Karen De Los Reyes has the story.
From the blaring of an alarm to the cries of a child. Like most kids, Brody dreads waking up and getting ready for school. But while Brody looks like most kids in his class, there's one thing that makes him different.
Brody got diagnosed last year, March 31st, 2015.
He is one of the thousands of kids affected by childhood cancer.
He had been getting sick every other week with infections, ear infection, throat infection, ear infection, back and forth.
Without warning, Ashley learned her young son would be battling a deadly disease.
I looked around, I didn't even have time to cry or react, and I said, okay.
Over time, reality began to sink in.
I had to explain to him that he was sick, but he was going to be okay. Because they're little, why am I getting medicine, or why can't I do this, and why can't I play, and why can't I run outside?
With a broken heart, she had to tell her 4-year-old how cancer would drastically change his life.
He's little. He's supposed to... He's supposed to enjoy his childhood.
175,000 kids are diagnosed with childhood cancer every year. Ashley wanted to do something special to raise awareness.
And these are for you.
Why?
Because people bought these shirts to help you, Papa.
And help me feel better?
Yeah.
They made me feel better?
Yes, everybody's going to wear a shirt that has Brody on it.
The community gathered for a 1-mile fun run at Westaco City Park. Both Ashley and Brody put their running shoes on and finished the race. Ashley says their journey continues one step at a time.
He has a strength that I didn't know, 'cause I can't cry in front of him.
Brody's cancer is in remission. Doctors say the finish line to be cancer-free is in 2017.
Here's Daniel Gavan with the latest in UTRGV athletics.
How's it going, guys? I am here in the radio room with my friend Mauricio. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good. That wasn't planned. I'm in the UTRGV radio room. You guys should check out UTRGV Radio. He's the station manager. He has so many phenomenal shows on the network. But welcome back to the UTRGV-TV Sportscast. It's October 11th. I'm Daniel Gabon, and we've got a whole lot of football to talk about. All right. First, let's talk about the one that actually involves the foot. Both men and women UTRGV soccer squads played games here in Edinburgh and away on the road just last week. Okay, the men kicked things off with a phenomenal 2-1 home win over UNLV. The game was absolutely bananas, okay? Because UTRGV jumped out to a 1-0 lead thanks to a goal from Ilias Kosmidis. I'm pretty sure I said that right. It was his first goal of the season, but just seconds after UTRGV's opening goal, the UNLV Rebels countered with a wonder goal deep from the reset. The game stayed tied at 1 for the vast majority of the game, but with just seconds on the clock, Alex Ochoa put in a game-winning goal that gave UTRGV its first WAC conference win of the season. The team then followed up with the weekend game against Utah Valley. They're the 24th ranked team in the entire country, 24th ranked. They did lose, but they only lost by 1 goal. And as far as the women's team, 7 days ago, they had a home game. They had an absolute field day with the home game against Texas A&M International. They won 5-0. Okay, the 5 goals came from 5 different players. In the first half, you had Sara Boni with her 8th goal of the year. Then Deandra Aliaga followed it up in the 15th minute with a goal of her own. And then in the second half, you have Elisa Espino getting things started, putting the ball in the net, moving forward to the 79th minute. Allison Smith scored. And then a couple of minutes later, Arnel Gonzalez scored a fantastic goal. 3 days later, UTRGV did lose at home to UMKC 2-1, but then went on the road to beat Chicago State, and they scored 5 goals again. Seriously, again. And they did concede 1, but they won. And for UTRGV, Sara Boni scored 2 more goals. Now she's at 10 for the season, which is absurd. And then Andrea Badetta also had a brace of goals, and Daniela Cantu scored the 5th goal. And then just to close things up with American football, if you were a college football fan in Texas this weekend, it was either a good or a bad weekend, depending on who your favorite team was. If you're a fan of the Houston Cougars or the Texas Longhorns, then your weekend was probably pretty rough. Like Gone Girl rough. U of H couldn't afford a single loss all season if they wanted to be a part of the playoff picture, and they lost to Navy. In the middle of a storm in Annapolis, the Cougars lost to Navy 40-46, and then the Texas Longhorns needed to win the Red Rover rivalry, that's a tongue twister, against Oklahoma to help out head coach Charlie Strong not get fired, and they didn't win. They lost in a shootout 45-40. Tom Herman at U of H will probably be UT's next coach. And if you were a fan of the Aggies, Texas A&M, you had a pretty awesome weekend. The game lasted about 5.5 hours, maybe 6, so one Lord of the Rings movie, but Texas A&M won against University of Tennessee in a big-time SEC matchup. The Aggies are still undefeated. They have a phenomenal defense, and they have a bye week. They follow it up with the game against Alabama, and if they win that game, they're setting themselves up for a nice national championship run, hypothetically. So that does it for me for the UTRGV-TV Sportscast. I'll be back next week with a look back at soccer, maybe a look back at volleyball, who knows. Thanks for watching. Reporting for UTRGV-TV, I'm Daniel Galvan.
That's all we have for you today, but remember, if you have a story idea you would like us to know about, you can find us on our social media or send us an email at utrgv@gmail.com. See you next time.